Hey everybody, this is Kevin here with Ken Sewing Center in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. In this video, I want to talk to you about the Elna Excellence 792 Pro. The 792 Pro is manufactured by Janome. It's one of the best manufacturers on the planet by far. The comparable model to this machine in the Janome line is the Continental M8. Ken Sewing Center is a dealer for both of these great machines, and we want to give you a good overview of this machine to help you find the right machine that's right for you. Now this machine is going to give you some great features, one of which is the accurate stitch regulator. That's something you've heard about, I'm sure. There's been a lot of promotions going on the accurate stitch regulator. What is that? It's known as ASR. So if we're doing free motion quilting, we want to have the ability when we move our fabric for the machine to speed up, and as we slow down, it'll slow down as well. So our stitches are the same length apart. So we'll get the accurate stitch regulator included. On the accurate stitch regulator, you'll get the attachment that comes with it, and it shoots a laser beam right down onto our fabric, and that will sense the slightest movement. So the faster I move my fabric in free motion, the faster the machine is going to automatically override the speed of the machine, so my stitches are the same length apart. If I slow down, it will automatically slow the machine down. There's times I want to be in stitch regulated mode, and there's times I want to be in manual mode. So the faster I move it, my stitches will be further apart, and the slower I move, they'll be closer together in that manual mode. But you'll have irregular stitches at that point because you're going to be the one moving the fabric. If you want your quilt to look vintage, go in manual mode. If you want to be more precise and make sure your stitches are the same length apart, you want to use the ASR. You'll get this nice box, everything comes in. It comes with different soles, like the open toe sole. You'll get the Bigfoot, the clear plastic for visibility, and you get the real small stippling head, ruler foot head as well with this particular attachment. That's a super buy to go along with this machine. The 792 is going to give you a lot of other great features too. The first thing you notice just how large this machine is. From my needle to the inside of the sewing arm, it's 13.5 inches. That is massive. That gives us plenty of support and plenty of room to work. If I'm doing free motion, I can roll up my quilt here as I'm doing my stippling. And then I also will have an extension table that comes with this machine standard, so I can have support to the left of my garment as well, so I'm not wrestling at the needle with my fabric. The 792 is going to be extremely easy to thread. They've thought it out. We have the big extra large spool stand. I can use the big cone to thread on this particular machine. Everything's going to be channeled for me all the way down to my needle on the 792. And I will have the no-fail needle threader that's built in on this machine. I got the top drop-in bobbin system on it. It's very easy to thread that. Another thing about the 792 is there's no screws to take out of my needle plate. I push a button, the machine raises the needle plate, and then I can put a straight stitch plate on it. Now it does come with the straight stitch plate. It comes with the HP plate as well. On our website, we have a lot more information on the 792, all the accessories, because you're going to get a huge kit of pressure feet. Ken Sewing Center does carry all optional accessories for the 792, and we're going to be here to help you. Any machine you purchase from us, you get our premium support package. You have us for the life that you own your machine. All you have to do is be sitting in front of your machine, pick up the phone and give us a call. Depending on your problem or your question, we'll be put in the right department. We have technicians that can go over and troubleshoot things with you. We have educators that can help you operate the machines. You have us for the life you own your product. Now the 792 has the huge 7-inch color screen. It's a high definition, it's a crystal clear color screen. I like how on this machine, when I change my stitch width, it will show me the exact size of the stitch. It recommends the correct presser foot. So now I don't have to worry about getting extra fabrics and doing test runs to see how that stitch is going to look on my garment. I will know exactly how wide and how long that stitch is in true size. The machine's laid out very easy with tabs on the right hand side. I can always go to my main menu. It takes me back home. Everything is thematic on this machine, so I have all my utility stitches under one tab. I have my different one-step buttonholes that's in one tab. If I want to pull up the entire planogram, I have 2 pages of planogram. It shows me all the stitches on the machine, so in any given day, if I'm doing, say, quilting, I can go to my quilting section, and there's a lot of neat features they have thought of on this machine. I can touch a button and it moves my needle over to do the exact 1/4 inch seam allowance. That's something you don't get just on any machine. And having the ability to change my stitch width up to 9 millimeters, that is the widest made on any machine any brand on the planet. 792 has a huge direct drive motor built in on this machine. You will never wear this motor out. I have never seen a machine built so well. Has that extra large motor for your needle penetrating power. It can easily glide through 8 layers of denim. It's going to be able to handle your quilting projects all the way up to garment grade leather. This machine is going to be able to do everything for you. On the hard drive of our machine, we can go in and change settings. If I want to change the color of the screen, the brightness, turn the beeper off. You have full illumination. You can turn lights on and off of this machine, but you're going to have the entire bed of the machine all the way around the needle has full LED lighting. The LED lighting is going to help us match threads to fabrics. You're going to have less eye strain with it. It's going to easily just illuminate the entire bed and help our sewing experience. So I'm not going to have to worry about glare like you do with traditional light bulbs. On the front of the machine, all my computer controls are right here, just within a finger's reach. So I do have the ability to raise and lower my presser foot. There's times I want to do that just at the touch of a button if I'm turning a corner, if you're doing applique work. Now you will have the knee lift that'll come with it. You can raise and lower the presser foot. You do have a traditional lever in the back of the machine so you can raise and lower that presser foot, but having that push button right at our beck and call, that is really nice to have. It's super convenient. I do have the ability to snip my bobbin and top thread at the push of a button. I have the ability to raise and lower the needle and set that to stop needle in the fabric, or I can have it stop needle out of the fabric. You will have the auto lock feature. Auto lock ties a stitch off underneath the garment, so that back tag is underneath now. It's hidden and out of the way, and the top of your garment is going to look even prettier than before. I do have traditional reverse if I want to use that. Now with the 792, you will get the extra large foot control. Also, you're going to get the push button to engage the scissors, so I can have that set up and plugged into the machine. If I want to unplug it, I can use my buttons on the front and just use the start stop button. And here I have the knobs to control my width and the length on all the sewing patterns. Huge ruler on the front. It's super handy to have that at any given time. You can't have enough rulers. You have that built into the front of the machine to help you with seam allowance or just measuring fabric. Now let's zoom in to the screen of the 792 and show you a little bit more about the computer control and the background and the hard drive of this machine. Now on the 792, we're going to go home and I'm going to show you this is how it'll show when you pull up on the screen. There is a screensaver on the machine if you want to have that engaged. If you walk away for a few minutes, just like your computer, it'll actually help save that screen. But we've been selling this machine for years. I've never seen a screen go out on it. It has the LED background too, and that LED is going to last for literally thousands and thousands of hours. The machine will have the ability for us to pull up all of our stitches at one time, so everything is laid out thematically. So let's say today if I'm doing some appliques, I have all these different applique stitches built in, and I can easily go down through and fast forward through my stitch count till I get the stitch that I want. We're going to have the different one-step buttonholes that are built in. It comes with this specialized attachment to help us do those. Have all my utility stitches that are built in, and when we go into a stitch and I change my width or my length on any sewing pattern, it's going to automatically show that on the screen in true size for me. So make it really easy for us to do all of our stitches and see the size. All of your presser feet are going to have letters indented into them, so I know exactly which presser foot I need to get to put onto the machine. Now there are a huge kit. It comes in some little box of presser feet that comes with this machine. Ken's does carry all the optional accessories. We carry all parts and accessories for the 792. It can help you select the correct accessory for what that you're doing. We also know how to use the presser feet. So if you have questions about those, we can help you with any of the technical details of the presser feet. You will get alphabet fonts built in, so if you want to make a garment label, quilt label, garment tag, any of that, you're going to have all these different alphabets in upper and lower case and punctuation that's going to be built in. That makes it really nice and handy. I do have the elongation feature on this machine. I have the tapering feature as well on some of the scallop and decorative stitches. You can memorize different decorative stitches to make a decorative border on this machine. So like in this section here, I have actually 3 full pages of stitches in this category. There is a sewing advisor built in. When I go in on my sewing advisor, it's going to give me different settings here. Like most of the settings, it gives me a couple of stitches to select from. It'll give me the presser foot I need to have to do this particular application. So if we're happen to be closed, the sewing advisor is helpful, but I tell you, I'm supposed to be the expert. I've went through a lot of these on the machines over the years and learned a lot about what stitch is good to use for a certain application. You have that at your beck and call at any given time. On the right side of the machine here, I can go in onto my hard drive of the machine. So we'll go back home, and then let's say I want to go in, I can change certain features of this machine to meet my needs. You've got a quilt block advisor actually on here. If you're making a quilt, you can plug in measurements, and it'll help you and give you different measurements for your blocks and things of that nature. There's a lot on my machine as far as information about how many hours are on the machine, stitch count, so on and so forth. Then I can go in on I hit OK, and then I'm going to go in onto my settings of my hard drive. I can turn the beeper off if I want to be whisper quiet with other people with you and you don't want to bug them. You can take that beeper off. We can change the machine to read in inches or into metrics at any given time. I can change my bobbin winder. You do have an independent bobbin winder built in. We can change that winding speed if we want to. There's 6 pages here. I can actually turn on and off lights. And then as I keep going on, I can set a clock. There's so many things on here that you can change, but don't worry, you're not going to do anything to erase anything off the hard drive of this machine. There's also built in another little instruction book of top topics, I guess you can say, on the machine. If I'm wanting to wind my bobbin, how I do that, placing the needle, things of that nature. Now, there is a very detailed instruction manual that will come with the 792, and again, we're going to be here to help you with any questions that you may have. And then we also have a lock on the machine. If you have little ones around, or you just want to make sure you're going to be away for just a minute and make sure that no one just accidentally pushes a button or steps on the foot control and the machine start going, we can always lock the machine, and you can push any button and nothing's going to happen. This machine will have the 7-point feed dog system built in. The feed dogs are touching my fabric in 7 places. So I'm working with something thicker like this. This is really nice to have because it helps feed through thicker and heavier material without compromising the stitch quality. When you're using lighter weight material, it helps keep that fabric flat while the needle penetrating the garment. So it reduces puckering and keeps my stitch quality perfect every time. So we'll put it up underneath here. I've got it on straight stitch. I'm gonna back my speed down just a little bit just for demonstration purpose, and I'm gonna show you the power of the machine. The tension system, it's automatic. We don't have to worry about changing any tension. And having the top drop-in bobbin system, it helps crawl down onto and up and over fabrics, and I don't have to worry about any problems with tensions or my stitch quality. So we're gonna hit the start-stop button. The machine's gonna sew right along through here with no problem whatsoever. And it can fly through this with no problems. That direct drive motor is nice to have. And we're gonna crawl down onto this cotton. And now I've got some stretch material that I'm going to sew through. When I get to the end, I'm going to show you that tie off. So I hit my auto lock, and it's going to tie that stitch off underneath for me, automatically back tacking my stitch. I'm going to hit my scissor button, snips that thread, bobbin and top thread for me. It automatically raises the presser foot up for me. So I have that neat and clean tie off. And I went from 8 layers of denim to a cotton to a stretch material, and I've not had to change tensions. There's no puckering whatsoever. The 792 is going to be able to handle a wide variety of different fabrics. Ken Sewing Center is your authorized Elna dealer. We carry everything for the 792, all parts and accessories. With the purchase of the 792 from Ken's, you're going to get our premium support package. I have 5 full-time technicians at our store to help you with any troubleshooting, any repairs, any warranty for the life you own your machine. I have several educators at our store that can help you operate the machine, help you pick out accessories, get the right accessory for the job that you're doing, no matter what that you're doing. Any question you have, we've got you covered for the life you own the machine. We have more information on our website on the 792. If we can help you in any way, answer any question, we're glad to. Just pick up the phone and give us a call or drop us an email anytime. We'll be glad to help you.